Hi everyone, this is Nick from the Palatimes again, alongside Coach Gosek for the Oswego State men's hockey team. SUNYAC preview weekend coming up. SUNYAC weekend coming up. Preview video for you, Coach. Before we get to the SUNYAC title game against Plattsburgh, I wanted to backtrack and ask a question again that I asked you after the game, because I thought, just from the audience standpoint, that it was a good answer that you gave. And I asked you about, against Buff State, against Potsdam, you only scored 2 goals in that game. And I asked you if you were concerned about the lack of scoring, if you will, compared to earlier games in the season against them. And you said you weren't, and I really liked your answer. So I was wondering if you could go through that again.
Well, this time of year, you know, you're as good as your goaltending.
Mm-hmm.
And both Potsdam, both Plattsburgh and Potsdam, and Buff State last weekend, you know, their goaltenders played very well. You're not going to get easy ones, so to speak. Do I think we could have done a little better job on crashing the net and getting some of those hard-working goals? Of course. But we, you know, this time of year, you know, my experience would tell me that if you start worrying about scoring goals and start worrying about creating more offense, that you're going down the wrong track. And I think you can look to last year's playoffs with, you know, a tight game with Babson, a tight game with Stevens Point, and that's the way that the teams that are going to be successful down the road are taking care of their own end. And you can't control a hot goalie that you're going to face, but you can control how well you work defensively. And I thought, you know, more important than being held to 2 was us holding them to 0. So I think that's a step in the right direction. Hey, if we get an outburst, if we get some goal production, all the better. But the reality is we have to take care of our own end. That's something that we can control, and so that's our focus.
And Coach, this weekend is Plattsburgh, of course. You know, I can ask you a million questions about the rivalry right now, but just a basic question, and this is a game for the SUNYAC title, so it is almost all of that get pushed aside, and it's just time to play hockey?
We think so. I mean, we don't dwell on the rivalry. I know our players don't. It's you know, it's the only guaranteed way that you can advance, and just as important as, hey, you want to win your league title, you know. So we were fortunate enough last year to put together a good road you know, road sweep there, and hopefully this year we can continue that. And we know that, hey, they're a very good team playing at home, and you know, we're going to certainly have to bring our A game, and as is this past Saturday night, each player will have to, there can't be any passengers, everybody's got to carry their load and contribute and fill their role and play their role the best of their ability to be successful.
And Coach, finally, between going through the athletics department, Blue Line Club, I finally tracked down that Mr. Dave Turner put together a bus to go to Plattsburgh for this weekend's game. And after talking to him, I talked to him Monday to put a plug in our paper, say, hey, if anyone wants to get in this bus. But by the time I got a hold of him, he already said the bus was already sold out. He said most of it was sold out before the game ended on Saturday. So I just was wondering, as a coaching staff, how much do you appreciate that you guys are going to have a big contingent of fans coming with you to Plattsburgh?
Well, we appreciate our fans, whether there's a bus or not. We appreciate what the Blue Line Club and Dave have done to get fans up there. I know it's not as close as last year with Geneseo being in the Rochester area, so people are a little, you know, 4 hours is a little, that's now you're thinking about, okay, do we have to get a room and so forth. So whether it's in Geneseo or whether it's in Plattsburgh, we're very appreciative of our fans. We were very pleased last Saturday night with the weather, the way that it's been, with the turnout of fans that we had. So we've got great loyal fans. We're appreciative to get, I think we were allotted 180 tickets for Plattsburgh, and you know, hopefully the 180 will sell those and have enough fans so that there's a presence there, and it'll be a great atmosphere. And obviously having your own fans there helps to give you a little jump and a little boost in morale.